am a Zimbabwean girl, but I grew up in South Africa, and I'm currently at my family home in Zimbabwe in hopes of connecting deeper to my roots. I came back here to do that because I think that's an important thing to do as an artist and in that journey. With that being said, I am a writer and a director, and I'm so excited to be part of the Terror of 2025 podcast in order to talk about my directorial debut, a documentary called Forgotten: The Human Cost of Homelessness. About the documentary focuses on a select group of homeless people in Silverton in Pretoria, but deals with issues that are faced by these homeless people all over the world. The documentary's aim is to foster empathy for the homeless populations of the world. I find that many times, or these days, people have become so desensitized to the issue of homelessness, so much so that they find it very easy to walk by homeless people, forgetting that these are not non-playable characters. They are real people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population, talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are built, specifically South Africa, the way these cities are built that contribute to homelessness. We speak about substance abuse, we speak about family structures, we speak about jobs and payment structures, and how all these things contribute to the homeless populations. And hopefully this documentary will be able to foster that empathy in people, so much so that they find ways, whatever skills they have, whatever
morning, beautiful people. It's another Wednesday, and like someone said, the golden child of the week. It's far from Monday's chaos and close enough to Friday's bliss. You're tuned into Sun TV morning show, where the sun always rises with purpose, and today, so should you. My name is Abraham Minor Judah. Now, before we get carried away by the headlines, by the stories, here's a quick tale to kickstart your hustle for today. A young farmer in northern Nigeria once said, "I may not own the whole land, but I can make every seed in my hand count." That's the simple truth. It's not about how much you have. It's what you do with it. Whether you are pushing papers, planting crops, or pushing boundaries, make it count today. And speaking of making it count, it borrows some wisdom from a man who understands grit and greatness. The late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe once said, "Originality is the essence of true scholarship. Creativity is the soul of a true scholar. So wherever you craft, be original, be bold, be you." And while we are on this topic or subject of bold news, let's talk Taraba State, the nature's gift to the nation. And it isn't just a slogan. It's a promise. From lush mountains to mineral-rich soils, Taraba is open for investment and is ripe with opportunity. Whether it's agribusiness, tourism, or renewable energy, Taraba is where vision meets value. So why not plant your next big ideas where the soil is rich with potential? So stay tuned this morning. We got news, interview, and a sprinkle of laughter ahead. So let's make this Wednesday wonderful. And with me to make this Wednesday wonderful is Mr. Ira Daniel Kukwen. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abraham. Good morning, Nigeria.
You're welcome to this Wednesday morning, the Golden Wednesday.
Yeah.
The golden child of the week.
Yeah, happy Wednesday, if that is in order.
And what we have to talk about, there's an event that is coming up very soon, TaraVest.
That is
Taraba Investment Summit, which is going to come up on May 21st, 2025 in Taraba State. And I think that is going to be the talk of the nation. The summit is going to be the talk of the nation within that period. So what are your expectations for that summit?
Yeah, it's a platform where investors should take advantage of the platform, and because that's where discussions will be made and other awareness will be created on the vast potential of Taraba State, the endowment that Taraba State has as a nation. Taraba State is capable of feeding Nigeria. We are not nature's gift to the nation by just by description. We have so many natural resources that Taraba State can offer Nigeria as a nation and offer investors who are thinking of making worthwhile investments with their money. It is not just a nationwide thing, it is an international event that people will come all over the world to see in real life, practically, what is Taraba State has as a resources. We have so many things, so many offers that Taraba State can give as a nation, as a state, for the benefits of Nigeria and for the benefits of investors. That is...
Okay, thank you very much. And today we are going to be starting something on Some TV. Today is going to be a day where the experience that you're going to get ready to experience Taraba like never before. And it's going to start today on Wednesday by 8 p.m. You should tune in for the premiere of a powerful new documentary series, which is Come to Taraba, Invest in Taraba. And it's going to be showing on Some TV from May 14th to May 21st, 2025. And every night, that is every night at 8 p.m. It's brought to you by Taraba State Ministry of Information and Reorientation. And this 7-day documentary takes you on a captivating journey across the 16 local government areas of Taraba State, unveiling the hidden gems, abundant resources, and untapped investment opportunities waiting to be explored. So don't miss this exclusive showcase of Taraba economic and natural potentials. Whether you're an investor, entrepreneur, or a proud citizen, this documentary will leave you inspired and informed. So you can watch live on free-to-air, stronger, on Scast, on NISAT, on frequency 12589, the symbol rate 26250.8, and on satellites, Nicomsat IR position 42.5E. Now you can follow and watch online on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live, on TikTok at Some TV Live, and Web TV you can watch here on Infostech channel app, download on Google Play, on our website www.supermediatv.com. And this program is produced by Chief Gabriel Lainka, and the executive producer is Honorable Zainab Usman Jalingo, the Honorable Commissioner of Information in Taraba State. So you're welcome to join us as we showcase Taraba State on Some TV.
I think, and that's a call to everyone out there to be on the lookout. Sun TV will follow the TaraVest event as it unfolds. You don't just watch the documentary that is going to be streaming live this evening. Is it live? It's not going to be live. It's a documentary.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary. So as you watch, look forward to 21st, where we're going to give you the broadcast of that event as it unfolds. And if you're an investor that maybe will not be able to attend the event, you can watch and see how it goes on Sun TV.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we are going to the newspaper review this morning. We're going to start with the Punch. With the Punch, we have on the cover page of the Punch, we have a political firefight. Saraki panel mobilized PDP bigwigs against defectors. That is on page 2 of the Punch. Then fuel import ban fears reignite Dangote marketers' role. That is on page 26. Then 9 banks earn 2.3 trillion interest in 61.6 trillion loans. That is on page 27. Page 37 of the Punch. Then you have another story saying federal government voided June 12 to avoid paying Abiola 45 billion naira. That is according to Sule Lamido. It's on page 34. Then another story has it that Tinubu Akpabio governors pay Clark final respect. Chief Edwin Clark, the renowned elder statesman who was called to glory some months back, has been laid to rest, and respect were paid to him yesterday. And cash transfer missed millions of needy Nigeria. That is according to the World Bank. The cash transfer policy missed millions of needy Nigerians. Now going to the major headlines, we have mass failure, JAMB, VCs to review UTME results on Thursday. Rectors, provosts, principals, examiners to meet JAMB chiefs, candidates decry results discrepancies. That is the major story on the Punch, and we're going to do some discussions on that story. A notice saying in Abuja confirmed that the review meeting will bring together vice chancellors, provosts, rectors, school principals, examiners, and technical experts to scrutinize the examination process and address the widespread dissatisfaction expressed by candidates and stakeholders. The development comes in the wake of mounting protests from candidates and parents over the results released last Friday, with many alleging technical glitches and inconsistencies during the exam. And according to the official notice, the review panel, which includes members of the All Nigeria Confederation of Principals and Secondary Schools, the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, Computer Professionals, Registration Council of Nigeria, the Educational Assessment and Research Network, and top officials from Nigerian tertiary institutions will evaluate the conduct and outcome of the 2025 UTME. And in furtherance of the commitment of the board to earn public confidence in its processes, the management of the board has approved your participation to be part of the review panel constituted to appraise the conduct of the examination with a mandate to identify challenges, if any, and proffer relevant recommendations to prevent a recurrence, the notice read in part. It also added that the panel's assignment will be at no cost to the board. So I think this is a good one coming from JAMB. Due to complaints by stakeholders, candidates, and parents, they decided to do a review and look critically at this year's exam and see what can be done concerning the complaints of so many people.
Yeah, well, it's a good one, but if it is just a reflection of the challenges we face as a nation, particularly in our academic sector, in our educational sector, then the meeting should be done in such a way that it will tackle how it will make these students pass their exams more. Well, I don't know whether JAMB is admitting that they have one or two issues that resulted to this mass failure, because I think the whole issue is based on the fact that 1.9 million candidates who sat for the ATME, over 1.5 million reportedly scored below 200.
I think JAMB is trying. To me, this is the best thing JAMB should do. If you have complaint, we are open to doing reviews. And once the review is done and they find out that nothing's happened, it's
not the fault of JAMB again.
Yeah, it eases the mind of Nigeria. This is what any reputable organization to do, rather than just say this is what it is, and then people will begin to cast aspersions on the integrity, because it is very important that the integrity of JAMB must be maintained. And that is why I like the fact that they are bringing in VCs, provosts, all the stakeholders together to do a review, because some of these complaints, in the past, I've seen people lay complaints, and when you investigate those complaints, you discover it is not really what it is. Although we are not saying JAMB is 100%, I heard cases of some glitches here and there. But again, there's a need for us to understand that this is work in progress, and JAMB is open to review. So once this review is done, I think it is going to create more. It's going to give an opportunity for everybody to have more belief in the JAMB examination.
Yes, I want to draw the attentions of our viewers to the fact that I don't think it is necessary for us to begin to, though it is there, but let's not hype it too much that it is because of the glitches and other things that this mass failure is recorded. We have a fundamental challenge with educational sector. Most students are ill-prepared to sit for these exams. At times, they are not properly knowledgeable to pass those exams the way people are expecting. 320 and above 300 score is something that most Nigerians ordinarily may not be able to, considering the challenge, so many challenges that has befallen Nigerian educational sector, particularly in the primary and secondary aspects.
Let's look at the breakdown of the results. Of the 1.9 million candidates who sat the UTME, over 1.5 million reportedly scored below 200 out of the maximum 400 marks, raising concern across the education sector. And according to the examination agency, a total of 1,955,069 results were processed, out of which only 4,756 candidates, that is 0.24%, scored 320 and above, are considered top-tier performance, while 7,658 candidates, which is 0.39%, scored between 300 and 319, bringing the total for those who scored 300 above to 12,414 candidates, which is 0.63%.
Out of 1 million, 1.9 million.
Also, 73,441 candidates, that is 3.76%, scored between 250 and 299, while 334,564 candidates scored between 200 and 249. That is 17.11%. A total of 983,187 candidates, that is 50.29%, scored between 160 and 199, which is widely regarded as the minimum threshold for admission in many institutions. In the same vein, 488,197 candidates, that is 24.97%, scored 140 and 159. That is 57,419 candidates, that is 2.9%, scored between 120 and 139. While 3,820 candidates, that's 0.2%, scored between 100 and 119, while 2,031 candidates, that's 0.1%, scored below 100. So over 75% of all candidates, that is 1.5 million, scored below 200. Average score, seen as the examination is graded over 400. So that is the results of the last UTME. And this is not the worst results in the last, I don't think this is the worst in the last 20 years or so. So there's a need for us to look at the education system so that we don't end up every year complaining about the examiners while our children are not properly prepared for this examination. The standard of the teachers have dropped. The standard of the environment has dropped. The standard of schools, the standard of things generally, and there are more distractions for these young people now than it was in the past.
So many standards have been compromised in too many institutions of learning in Nigeria. This thing may just be a reflection of the decay, just like some reports have carried it a few days ago. This may just be a reflection of the decay that has fallen upon Nigerian educational sector. We need to look at it from that perspective. Let's begin to employ good, or let's say better teachers. And those ones that are there and are being discouraged because of remuneration or other factors like that should be able to be motivated. You know, at times some of these things happen because the system is such that some people have to compromise standards so that they'll feel among. If you are in a place where everybody is doing it and you don't do it, you become like an island and you experience one or two challenges. So some people will, some teachers try to fill in to some of these things so that they will feel among. Well, I will not be able to give the factual statistics, but it is a prevailing truth that in most secondary schools, who are expected to be those who will sit for JAMB have fallen below the standard of education, giving the children that at the end of the day will sit for JAMB ill-prepared, leaving them ill-prepared to pass the exams as, though I think there is one good aspect of the report that is where more than that is 59.29% score between 160 and 199, which is widely regarded as a minimum threshold for admission in many institutions. So at least we're looking forward to at least 50% gaining admission ordinarily into the university, though there is this concern where you may not get the course that you want, but somehow you get admission to study. Though in this country we have this belief degree is degree, it does not really matter whether we go to.
The thing is what you make out of your education at the end of it.
That is it. And another thing is that at times we go to school simply because we want to get a job, or we just want
to get a certificate.
Or that fulfillment that I have a degree too. Else, in most instances, people don't go to school because they want to change the narrative. I want to use this education to change this narrative, or see how I can invent this or do this that will help in the development of the nation. Hardly will you find Nigerians that do that.
That is why I'm one of those that support that vocations will be introduced into every department of this thing, vocation. And also, there's this business system that the Igbos use. They call it Nwaboy, where you train people how to trade. You find out that these young boys, by the time they are left to go on their own, they end up becoming very, very good businessmen. I think we should look for how we inculcate this training into our curriculum. And do you know what? I've seen young men after university degree go to Alaba, go to Ladipo, go to the Balogun market to go learn how to trade from the same guys that didn't have any formal education beyond probably maybe junior secondary school and at best senior secondary school. You see these guys, at the end of the day, you go and learn how to do business. Or sometimes, even if you have a business to do, with all your degrees, you run it through them. They do the importation, they do the exportation, they are involved in marketing, production, and the rest of it. So why don't we look at that aspect and see how we can prepare our curriculum around something that is working?
It is working, yeah. And the curriculum of education in Nigeria is such a, at times it's more of an abstract thing. Somebody will study a particular course in the university, and even in these humanities, even in arts, you will see that, for instance, somebody will study maybe history in the university, and at the end of the day, he may not even have the details of some historical perspective of Nigeria, even the historical perspective of the community where he comes from. But he boasts around, I'm a historian, or I am this, I am a chemist, you understand? So some of these things, there is a need for us to harmonize the theoretical aspect and the practical aspect of every field of study in such a way that whosoever is a graduate or is described as somebody that studied this particular course, whether at diploma level or NC level or HND level or degree level, should be able to put whatever it is he has studied to practical use in such a way that is going to benefit at least his immediate community. Because at times you end up after graduating, you secure. Somebody said, I want to study physics, then at the end of the day, I'll go and join the police force. Not that he really wants to make use of the physics in fighting crime.
Make use of the physics in the police if the system works well.
That is what I'm saying.
That, the police is not only, there are some department in the police that may need a physicist to work there. But the thing is that the system is not properly, the system itself needs some work to be done on it.
I would have rather, if he had said, okay, there's this challenge that the policemen are facing, the Nigerian police force is facing, so I want to study physics, then when I join the police, I'll use my knowledge of physics and check this problem for the police force.
That is if the physics study was not paper.
That is another thing. That is another thing.
Have you noticed something? Go to, let me use Taraba State. Go to the villages. Let me use Akaimi Lamido as an example. You see young boys with just basic education, at best secondary school, and they never. If you look at their level of education and the quality of their education, you find out that they didn't have any good foundation education. But you see these young boys, they go into farming. Maybe they farm a season or two. They do POS business. They do motorcycle business. They sell no filling stations in the village.
They sell black market.
They sell fuel I wouldn't call that black market because there's no fueling station.
That is the best way to describe them.
So you find out that these guys, they run the economy. During the cashless period, they are the ones that became banks. Even now, they are the banks. Most of those places are without banks. It is through their POS, their cash flows in. Even you want to send money to the farm, you call them, they are trustworthy, they are banks, they are transporters, and they didn't get any formal education beyond maybe a primary or this thing. So there's a need for us to begin to look at how we look at our education again in such a way that it shouldn't be about certification, but it should be about production.
Yes. If you look at people that operate a restaurant business, most of them don't even know anything about hotel and catering. They didn't study food and nutrition. They just learn how to make this good sweet soup and what's it called? The menu they serve purely by practical. Maybe they stay with somebody and work as an apprentice there after some years.
That is part of the education.
That is it. You go to the mechanic village with your car. The mechanic will just ask you to rave the car. After raving the car, tell you, okay, this is what is wrong with your car. By just listening to him, and you may be surprised that those people are not even educated. You understand? Pato told me was agitating that there is no way you would describe a mason
as uneducated.
As uneducated, because he knows how to mix the cement and knows the quantity he's supposed to put in the molder, and he knows how the mold is going to. So he's not actually an uneducated person. He's educated. So he agitates that people should go to university and study BSc bricklaying, that we should introduce that. Yes. BSc masonry. And other things like that.
Well, let us go to another paper that is Daily Trust. The Daily Trust newspaper. On the cover page of the Daily Trust, we have how to prevent sudden death in people over 60. That is on page 25 of the Daily Trust. The Revs reject bill on rotational presidency. That's another story. Then we have tax reform. Senate endorsed 5% excise duty. So we also have Lamido and I will have challenged Tinubu if we were governors, that is Amici. Then Rivers women protest abduction of 8 students traveling for WASC. Then Qatar give Trump $400 million jets. That's a gift. And then kidnappers invade FCT community, kills 3, abducts 1. But the major story here, as the Boko Haram kills 4 soldiers and renew onslaught on military bases. There's this renewed onslaught on military bases in the south, in the northeast of Nigeria.
Yeah, I think it is I don't know how to describe it, but maybe it's a strategic thing that a particular, the insurgents are trying to do. They are destroying the strongholds. So maybe they're planning something bigger.
They are. Because it even kills morals of both the troops and the citizens.
They will strike at this barracks. Now, there are strategic military formations in those areas between Borno and Yobe that have been attacked. So that by the time these places are neutralized, the whole area becomes porous, becomes vulnerable. They will have a field day. It is the right time now for the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria, the African countries, you understand, particularly those countries around the axis, the Chad, Cameroon, and there is a need. And even international community, because these things normally, if it starts, it does not end there. Boko Haram started somewhere in Maiduguri, then before you know it, it has infiltrated into Cameroon and Chad, and it is. So there is a need for this synergy. The governments of these countries should come together and see to it that these people are being snuffed out completely.
You see, from the report here, say the terrorists launched coordinated attacks on 3 military bases in Ran, Gajiram, and Dikwa in Borno State, killing at least 4 soldiers. Security and local sources confirmed that all the attacks happened in the early hours of Tuesday, stating that the insurgents lost many fighters in Dikwa and Gajiram, where the military repelled the attacks. Okay. This comes barely 24 hours after the terrorists attacked another base in Mati that left unspecified number of soldiers killed and many still missing. And according to sources, the attack on the military base, there's a need for us to look at this. Our strategy, again, it seems they've moved ahead, or the terrorists have moved ahead, and they are, right now they are picking targets and they are hitting those targets.
Look at this. So a resident of the town told our correspondent, that is the Daily Trust now, that terrorists invaded the military location around 12 a.m. and engaged the troops for hours before they overran the base. Now look at the place I want to draw. The military retreated. They looted weapons, including gun trucks, before leaving the base. You understand?
That is their target. To take weapons.
Get more arms.
They get arms, and they also destroy any form of opposition to them.
Okay.
But we also have...
look at another good aspect of it. He said the terrorists retreated when a fighter jet arrived the military location. At least when we have these superior arms that make them retreat like that, I think we have hope that we're right on top of it.
Well, we just call on the authorities to ensure that these attacks, they should hit. To me, I always say it, take it to their own front. Don't wait for them to come. We shouldn't be on the defensive. We should be on the offensive, and that is how you win this war. Not stay and wait for them to come. You should go to their base wherever it is, smoke them out, use the power. They don't have planes. As far as I know, they don't have fighter jets. But we do. So I think we have our advantage on the air. Even if I don't know about the who is superior on the ground, but on air, they have not heard that they flew any plane to attack anywhere. It has always been ground attack. So I think we need to take advantage of that. Okay, moving to another newspaper. Let's go to the Guardian. Okay, let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Are you with the Guardian there?
No, let me see.
Okay, I think this is...
I don't have the Guardian here too.
Okay, I have the Guardian with me here. We have the Guardian on the cover page of the Guardian. Ganduje wife orders to face prosecution as court rejects application over alleged fraud. That is on page 37. Then we have Nigeria loses loses $18 billion to illicit financial flows as debt servicing gobs 70% of revenue. Then Reps reject bill proposing rotational presidency. Then we have UNICEF links 50% of childhood deaths in Nigeria to malnutrition. UTME, 19-year-old commits suicide in Lagos over low score. This is not what we should be hearing. We shouldn't. There's always another year. There's another day. There's a more outside of our life than admission into the university. I think we should also begin to let young people know that you can actually make it in life if you don't pass an exam. There will always be examinations, and the life itself is an examination. So
he doesn't have any reason to kill himself, no matter what the situation is. It is against our religious belief. I know somehow
it's against the law.
Yeah, yes, against the law. It's either Christian or Muslim in one way or the other. This is against the teaching of our religion. It's against the law. It's against, he doesn't have any reason to kill himself because he failed exams. There is still another chance for him to try, and so.
And we also need to call on parents, wards, and everybody. Don't make people feel like if they fail an exam, that is the end of the world. We shouldn't stigmatize people simply because they didn't do well in examination. We should be careful the words we use, the statements we make, and what have we. So there's also a need for parents to look at how well to discipline their words whenever they don't do well in exams, so that it doesn't make the child look at it like that is the end of the world.
If you fall the first time, try again. The more you try, the better you become.
Definitely. And you have this, Egypt's launch loud Adesina for transforming Africa. That's a good one. Then we have NICOM confirms 20 million Nigerians abroad as migration dialogue emphasizes protection. That is from NICOM. The Nigeria brace for impact as U.S. proposes 5% tax on remittances. Then Nigeria must walk, says Obasanjo as Lamido see closure to June 12 saga. That is the story. Then in the major headliners, it does. National Security Summit, stakeholders reject plans, flays stalled proposals, and military casualties. That is from the Guardian newspaper. Okay, let us look at what that has to say. Amid escalating insecurity across the country, experts and stakeholders have urged the Senate to abandon its proposed two-day National Security Summit, calling instead for decisive action to address the crisis. They also called on President Bola Tinubu to rejig insecurity team, citing the military's embarrassing helplessness in tackling the growing threat. The experts argued that the time for many discussions have passed, emphasizing the need to implement resolutions from past summits and conduct a thorough audit of military assets acquired for national defense. I think this is not a time to be talking. We've talked a lot. We talk every day, so why don't you just implement the discussions we've had in the past?
I think the only thing the security architecture needs is more equipment that are in tune with changing times. These wars we're fighting now is not the normal war that we used to fight in some years past. And we seem to be ill-equipped to, if we have the kind of surveillance that see how these insurgents are moving towards the barracks that they attack, you can pick them up 5-6 kilometers away from where, because I believe they will not just be coming in a way that they are invisible. If you have the technology. So I think this is what we should maybe look at, the satellite technology, see how we can secure our communities using intelligence and surveillance.
Okay, let us go to the Nation newspaper for today, Wednesday. We have on the cover page of the Nation, we have why we are not applying for loan by Southeast students. And we have, that is the stories on page Well, I can see that. Then agriculture grappling with challenges despite efforts. That is the midterm review on the nation. We have another story on the cover page. Dignitaries bid Clark farewell. And APC takes majority, Senate 268. 3 KB senators defect, so the APC now has 68 members, PDP 30, Labour Party 5, and SDP 2 in the Senate. Then NMPP 1, APGA 1, and then vacant seats 2. There are 2 vacant seats. So that is the situation of the Senate for now. Then court faces June 27 for judgment in Natasha's suit against Akpabio orders. That is on page 6. So June 26, fireworks begin again for the suit between Natasha and Akpabio. Then the major, we have another one, say to recruit 500 for Amotekun, 10 million out of school pupils for classroom within 10 million out of school pupils for classroom within 2 years. That is from Ekiti State. Then the major alliance here remain focused on reforms. Despite criticism, says Tinubu. Lamido asks federal government to pay 45 billion naira on Abiola. So that is, let us look at what the major story said. Says President Bola Tinubu yesterday said, despite students' criticism, he will remain focused on his reform programs, which are already yielding fruits. He spoke in Abuja during the public presentation of the autobiography of Malam Sule Lamido. The 500-page book is entitled "Being True to Myself." Dignitaries such as former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Mahdi Sambo, among others, graced the occasion, which was chaired by former head of state, General Abdulsalam Abubakar. Lamido was the Foreign Affairs Minister during Obasanjo's first term. I later served as governor of Jigawa State for 2 terms. In the aborted Third Republic, he was the National Secretary of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, the platform on which the late MK Abiola contested and won the 1993 presidential election, which was annulled by former military President General Ibrahim Babangida. They also called on President Tinubu to pay the Abiola family 45 billion naira owed to the late business mogul to bring the closure to the June 12 matter. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who represented Tinubu, said the president welcomes constructive criticism at all times in the spirit of freedom of speech and democratic engagement, but will also never allow himself to be distracted from doing what is right. So that statement was made in the book launch of Malam Sule Lamido, one of the truest PDP members we have in this country, former Foreign Affairs Minister, former Governor of Jigawa State, and former Secretary of the SDP.
Well, I never knew that he was the former Secretary of the SDP until this morning. Yeah. So I want to look at this story from the perspective where books have been written by people who were active participants in events that have happened in the past. It places younger Nigerians in a position where they will have a first-hand information. If at all these books are not written with some distortments, I believe they are statements written by those authors in such a way, because we recently launched the IBB's book, which has generated some, and this one too is coming and is still talking about how, I never knew that the federal government is supposed to pay.
What he said here, he said, so he ought the Lamido or the federal government to pay 45 billion they owe to Abiola, said to close the June 12 Charter and National History. He said, I want to appeal to President Tinubu to finally close the chapter of June 12. He said when General Murtala Mohammed died, Abiola came in with a claim that he was owed, I think, about 45 billion naira for contract executed by International Telephone and Telecommunication, ITT, a company held by Abiola for the Ministry of Communications. The military high command at that time said no. He went around the emirs in the North's lobby, and the emirs asked that the military should please pay the money. The military said they cancelled the June 12 election, because if they made him president, he would take his money and the country will become backslide. I think that is not. But he say in his book, General Ibrahim Babangida.
Sorry?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Acknowledged that Abiola won the election. And when I visited him, he also confirmed that Abiola is owed 45 billion naira. So he said that Abiola was doubly punished. First, denied the president. Second, denied what is owed to him. So that is another issue that has come up. Remember, ITT was a company that that ran most of the communication for the Nigeria.
I think that story rings a bell. I remember in those days growing up in Takum, there's this building in Okari Junction. From Takum in Okari Junction, there's this building that we grew up believing that it belongs to Nitel, and it was Abiola that built that building.
ITT.
Yeah. So I think this story rings a bell. But the good thing is that this is a good way of keeping younger Nigerians abreast of what has been happening in Nigeria in the past. So this is a good move. I encourage things like this to keep happening, especially by people who participated. Sule Lamido was the secretary. At least he has some first-hand information like that. So, saying that even when he met IBB and IBB admitted that things like so, there's this level of information that has been disseminated now. Yeah. So I think if there's a way we can get the copy of the book, let's get the copy of the book and read it.
And for those that don't know ITT, ITT is International Telephone and Telecommunications, the company owned by Abiola that did work for the Ministry of Communication, laying cables. It was the company that really set up our communication system across the country. And for those that are used to listen to Fela Anikulapo Kuti, there's a song he did on ITT, a very controversial song, and that made the company also very, very popular at that time, ITT. So it was some of us got to know more about ITT because of our love for that song, and we had to find out what is this ITT all about. So, and then there are a lot of buildings and even structures in the 80s and 90s that had ITT on it.
Okay.
And most, just like you say, a lot of people thought they were government properties, and that is. It was later we learned that it belonged to this very rich man called MKO Abiola.
Yes, I don't know how the one in Takum is still standing. I don't know who is the owner of that building now, but I've seen it. Churches have operated there before, and it's still standing as we speak. But I don't know who is the owner of the building. I think
we should find out. Maybe it has been taken over by the government, or it's still a property of Chief MKO Abiola. So, well, that is what we can take this morning on the newspaper review. So we'll go for a short break, and we will come back. The pidgin segment of the morning show will be here.
I want to use this opportunity to invite you to Taraba State, the Nature's Gift to the Nation, for the 2025 Taraba State International Investment Summit called Taravest. The summit will bring together top stakeholders from government, businesses, and global players to promote strategic investment opportunity in Taraba State. We welcome all Nigerians and investors from all over the world as we showcase the abundant investment opportunities our state, the Nature's Gift to humanity, has to offer.
Taravest is a global convergence of top international, government, and private sector stakeholders for sustainable business partnership in Taraba State. Theme: Unlocking Taraba's investment potentials, advancing agriculture, energy, mining, and industrialization for sustainable growth and development. Date: Wednesday, May 21, 2025 in Jalingo, Taraba State. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Taravest, showcasing Taraba, Africa's new investment frontier.
I want to use this opportunity to invite you to Taraba State, the Nature's Gift to the Nation, for the 2025 Taraba State International Investment Summit called Taravest. The summit will bring together top stakeholders from government, businesses, and global players to promote strategic investment opportunity in Taraba State. We welcome all Nigerians and investors from all over the world as we showcase the abundant investment opportunities our state, the nature's gift to humanity, has to offer.
TaraVest is a global convergence of top international, government, and private sector stakeholders for sustainable business partnership in Taraba State. Theme: Unlocking Taraba's investment potentials, advancing agriculture, energy, mining, and industrialization for sustainable growth and development. Date: Wednesday, May 21, 2025 in Jalingo, Taraba State. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. TaraVest, showcasing Taraba, Africa's new investment frontier.
Child's rights are fundamental human rights, essential for promoting the well-being, dignity, and development of children. Upholding this right enables children to grow into capable, confident, and compassionate individuals, contributing positively to our society. In northeastern Nigeria, for example, ensuring child's rights is particularly very challenging due to insurgency, displacement, poverty, and certain cultural beliefs. Compared to other regions in Nigeria, many children lack access to quality education, making them vulnerable to violence, exploitation, and abuse. Additionally, malnutrition, disease, and limited health care services exhibit their plight. To address this, the government, as a matter of urgency, will not just enact, but enforce laws protecting children's rights.
Come to Taraba.
Where are my Taraba people? Where will I day? Oh, yeah. Na 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 na. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Taraba people say, hey, ha. Let me answer with me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Invest in Taraba.
Taraba Kidane. No, I go to Jamaica. Taraba Kidane. Canada.
Showing on Sun TV every 8 p.m. from 13th to 20th May 2025. Taraba State Minister of Information and Orientation.
Good morning this morning, my country people, and I dey throw a salute to una as usual. I dey welcome una to the pidgin section of our morning show, as this na section when e be say we dey knack una tori on things wey dey happen for inside we country, even to serve our community and our society. My name na Esther Oka Stephen, and with me this morning now another correct guest, Mr. Meshach Lazarus. Country people, Oga Meshach, good morning this morning.
Morning.
Okay, oh, my country people, as una can see, my personal person when be capacity mama, she don't go outside for outside the duty. That is why she not there here with me this morning. But that one don't mean say I not go touch light matter, my country people. Even yourself, when they watch this program, una go follow me touch light matter this morning. The story when I carry come from this morning are concerning one incident when they be say it happen for inside the Ebonyi State. You, my country people, this matter it tie rapper for West. I go like make una call me to follow me touch light matter as our number go display on una screen, so that una go also tell me una own opinion concerning the attitude when it be say the person when I want talk about to portray, whether it good or it bad. But meanwhile, the story begin with one 16-year-old girl for inside the Ebonyi State. This girl na student na she be. This girl can't go fake kidnap, my country people. This girl come out for RCO. She can't go fake kidnap. Say they don't kidnap her. Say make her mama them bring 2 million naira. My country people, this girl, the school where she they go there for along Watchman Street for inside the Abakeleke. As this 16-year-old girl come out for house, she say she go to buy okrika. According to the police talk person when he dey on top of this matter, when he name na Joshua Akendu. Now he begin the torchlight matter. They talk say this girl tell them talk say she go to buy okrika for inside the market in my country. People say now she go to buy okrika for inside the market. Now from there, now somebody can't tap her. Say as the person can't tap her. When she can't turn, now from there now she can't become unconscious. Say she no can't know wetin dey worry her again. Before she go know wetin dey inside, she can't find herself for Isieke Junction when e dey for inside the Ebonyi local government area. So now from there she can't begin to beg people say abeg una from Abakaleke now she come out to say make dem give her transport to go back to Abakaleke. So when they come help this girl when she can't reach Abakaleke, instead of this girl to go out, so now the police talk person wey be Joshua Akendu come talk we say this girl can't run go for the family house, their family friend the house for inside the Abakaleke. As he run reach their family friend the house for inside Abakaleke, now he tell the man say abeg make the man not tell the mommy and the daddy say she don't come outside you. Say she want to fake kidnap. Say but meanwhile make the man give am phone make she call her family people with them, tell them say they don't kidnap her. Now from there, this the papa friend call Grio because himself in eye dey chook. The girl can't collect phone, can't call them for us say, mommy, say they don't kidnap her. Say make them bring 2 million naira. As she make that call finish, now this small girl can't block the line. As she can't block the line, the next thing again, this girl can't open the line. When she open her, she just forward account number. Say make them send the money to the account number. And the account number carry the name of that their family friend, my country people. From there, now they come begin to track the phone where she take make call. When they come track the girl, they come track and go see say now then at the papa friend the place now this girl even day. That one come shock a family member where when from there they can't take catch this girl. Now Joshua wey be the talk person of police come say now why you when e be say you be 16-year-old small girl like you SS2 go want to wicked your parents like that. Now the girl come say on severally she don't begin she dey get dream say then kidnap her and when she wake up from that dream she go tell her mama say mommy they kidnap me. The mother go pray against it say nobody go kidnap her by the grace of God. And at the end of the day she come see this one as opportunity. So okay, since she dey dream say that they always dey kidnap her, say make she play her mama like this so that she too go get money from the family side. Country people who once again I dey welcome una to the pidgin section. In case una just dey join me, I go like make una follow me touch like this matter concerning this incident when it happened for inside Ebonyi State. My country people, we just talk about one 16-year-old girl when it be say she fake kidnap come dey demand ransom of 2 million from her papa them their hand. The person wey dey for house with me we want touch like this matter na Oga Meshach Lazarus. Oga Meshach abeg wetin be your intake concerning this girl attitude? The thing wey this girl do, is dey proper to her she no get mercy for her family?
Right. Thank you for having me, for the privilege of having me here first. But my perspective on this is that there are two things involved here. Okay. The first thing is that I'm trying to fault the lady herself.
Country people make una know vex Oga Meshach na pidgin section with dey. Abeg make you blow grammar for us small.
Okay. What I want to be say the pikin wey do this thing. She get problem. She get serious problem wey we supposed to look into. The first one be say the lady or the pikin rather, that one is a kid now. So that child she likes home training, or she herself has been influenced by peer groups. Okay. She permitted herself to be influenced by peer groups, and this is another perspective we could look at it. Maybe she was influenced by friends, people around her, or her family or her parents didn't train her well. So this is another perspective. But on a broader perspective that we'll look at it again is as well is that the lady or this kid lacks home training.
My country people make una no verse you. I don't tell her make it they break her small. Mona no verse. Meanwhile I go touch like them for una wella for our own grammar. Oga Meshach no verse make it they break and come down for us small.
So what you are trying to talk is the pikin lack home training.
Okay, the pikin not get home training.
She not get home training.
Okay.
In that part specifically, it is either the parent didn't train her well or she didn't adhere to the training they gave to her.
I mean, papa, they know maybe they're not trained her well, or maybe she no agree put head for the training when the be said that they give her.
Yes.
Okay.
And then another one is on the part that she allowed herself to be influenced by others. And then the last, which I'm thinking about, is that she actually faking that one came as a result of someone. A get person where they are around, where they close, where help her for that thing. Apart from just the peer groups, it get person where they teach this now the way you go do them. Even person where come tell and say this is 2 million. What will you be doing with 2 million naira at age 16? You get that. So she had been influenced by peer groups, and she had somebody who is mentoring her evilly.
Country people who don't hear for Oga Meshach Mati. Oga Meshach talk say number one, maybe this girl they not bring her up well. Una sabi say parents on how they say train pikin, he go get one pikin when he be say he go sabi lie among children. So maybe na pikin when he be say don't they used to lie to they talk lie for us, now that girl go be. Then secondly, Oga Meshach talk say it be like say she fit don't they influenced by friends. So maybe the kind of friends where this girl they keep for school also matter. Maybe now then give her that kind of mind and then ginger her say make she do that kind of thing. Say even herself when this girl come outside, when it be say she run, go the papa family friend place for inside her Abakaliki. Say he get somebody where go tell her say talk this kind of amount. Say because that girl too small to measure that kind of amount. And meanwhile, Oga Meshach make I not forget, you know, say similar thing like this happened December last year, 2024, for inside the Delta State. As in two couples when they say that they are about to wed, they come fake their own kidnap too for inside that same Delta State. But the amount where they charge not reach like this. Their name is Prince and Princess. When Princess go visit Prince, 9 princess come tell Prince say abeg no vessel, I won't call my papa now. Make I tell them to say they don't kidnap me. Now from the way Princess come make that call, come demand 200,000. See, I said those ones they matured now 200,000 and then demand. Now from there they come track them also. Come go see say Princess there for her boyfriend house when he be Prince. That thing come shock the mama well. Say now when he be say we they try to say make una come together, we they prepare on our marriage, now come they fall our hand like this. So now country people now don't consider the same incident now can happen for inside the Ebonyi State. And even self now for small picking and this one can't take a come out from student. Small girl in my country people never even write to WAEC. You don't even know where I say jam there for front too. Small picking when they be say the parents still they put food for table. And they cry for financial matter for inside the country. The girl self not even reason up. And on be say make the parents then bring 2 million naira. For this girl to call that kind of money simply means say she know the pocket of her parents. Even herself just as Oga Meshach take talk now. Oga Meshach to say person there when he push her. For that person self to even push this girl say tax your parents 2 million naira. It simply means that person don't weigh the parents them their purse. And even say me self Oga Meshach I can't even suspect that their family friend. Because in the first place, our pikin go come your place. Come talk say brother, I beg make we fake kidnap. No tell my parents say they don't see me. Make I tell them say I still they vanish. I still they nowhere to be found until they bring 2 million. This is matter my country people they carry weight yo. Okay, for those of you now just the journal, just as I earlier talk I say our number go display on the screen for una to share una own opinion concerning this SS2 student when he be say she fake a kidnap. Talk say then kidnapper my country people wey so telecom they demand 2 million from her papa them their and yo my country people. Okay, now some matter can't take carry us this morning. They enter for inside another state yo my country people. As this one happen my country people, I want make we say una help me touch light matter, but meanwhile Oga Meshach concerning this girl case, I want make you help me talk to students when they be say because this girl now I believe say police they don't grab am. And as she dey for inside police custody when they be say Oga Joshua now dey for on top this matter, so I believe say he suppose get punishment when he be say they go give this child. and this girl no go unpunished because this one na correct criminal act. Abeg, I want make you help me advise students because many of them go say they don catch this one, they no do am anything, and because they no do am anything, me sef go fake my own, maybe my own go fit to work. Help me tell those ones when they be say they plan this kind to say make them know. Just talk to them for me.
Thank you again. I want to speak. I'm highly disheartened. The way our country they work out these days, the way things they happen for you, things where you don't even think come, things where you don't even imagine say you go even come. Now something where you go come see. Imagine small picking like that. You go to do this kind of thing. 2 million naira you demand from your parent, your own biological parent. No. Now you go come to demand like that. So on a general note, what I want to say to everyone listening to me is one. The first is every parent. You must be extremely careful the way you train up your kids. The way you train up your words, you have to be extremely careful. They careful, they observe their movement. They careful, they watch how they do their things. You understand? Because it is not just in a day that something begins. There are some rudiments. There are some things on the background that will make it up. So perhaps the parent didn't give the child much attention to observe all of those. And then second to that is to end every student who has or who is conceiving this kind of ambition, or anyone who is being advised. Like you have been advised as a student, they are advising you to do this kind of a thing. Please, if you love your life and destiny, please just stay away.
Okay.
That is what I think I can say for now.
Country people now don't hear for Oga Meshach Martin. If you be students when he be say they watch this program and you get this kind of intention from mind, I beg make you stop am, make you not even go near there, because as they don't catch this girl, so this girl not go unpunished. Yes. Because this one a criminal act. She must to face the consequences. My country people. Okay, Tori don carry your center for inside the Jos, my country people. As the magistrate court for inside Jos don sentence one 22-year-old man when he be saying name na Mustafa Sahad to 3 months imprisonment, my country people. Even himself, after that 3 months, before that 3 months, my country people, the team will carry them go for that court too. Now, second say then they do this job, this contribution to my country people. They can contribute to money worth 80,000 naira put for Mustafa handle when he be 22-year-old boy. Say me Mustafa keep him. Now from there situation of the country can push Mustafa. Mustafa can go whack this 80,000 naira. As I talk to now, so now this group go report to Mustafa, oh my country people, for magistrate court for inside the justice for that place. When they can't go there and they can't judge the matter, then say Mustafa go pay 20,000 naira as a fine, and also Mustafa go bring 90,000 naira. They say Mustafa bail himself with 20,000 naira, and Mustafa go bring 90,000 naira also after he bail himself. My country people, the reason why I carry this matter come as I be say country ought to everywhere so now so it ought to for inside the country. Mustafa don't come outside the talk, so the reason why he work the money na sake of say na hardship na him push am, and this person still carry and go for court. But meanwhile, court don't pass their own judgment. The reason of things where they happen for inside the country, I go touch like the matter, but meanwhile, I want ask Oga Meshach one question. Oga Meshach, how you take see this judgment? Because before them be say 3 months, but now 9 months now then sentence am to. If he no bring the bailing when it be 20,000 and also the 90,000, not be 80,000 again, no, they don't add 10,000 naira for that 80,000 when it be say in work. So now all together now if we check on 110,000 and then they say 22 years old Mustafa Sahad carry come for those people 80,000 when he be say he don't chop. Oga Meshach, how you take see this matter? Mustafa go fit to provide that money.
Okay. You know every organization has rules and regulations.
Okay.
Before you join any of those organizations, for you to come and join it, it means you have adhered to the rules. You have decided that you will comply with the rules.
My country people make una no vex your Oga Meshach dey follow me torchlight my matter for here. On how in take bloody grammar, I go torchlight am for una well, I go break am so that all my market women them go understand well. Oga Meshach dey help us dey break your grammar small because.
Okay, thank you. I apologize actually. So what I'm trying to say is,
you
get rules, you get.
Rules when it be say local bank people that
yes,
they get.
Follow, they get. So person when decide say you want join that local bank, you must follow the rules. And to the best of my knowledge, every local bank where they around, where people they go. If you go collect money, if you go borrow money for that place, you must pay with interest on it. So if you are the more the money stays longer with you, the more it's increase. It increase. So for the court to show say this, I think they are not wrong. Because they are part of the people that sign into that constitution guiding those people. That is my take.
Okay, country people, now don't hear am for Oga Meshach mouth. Oga Meshach say for Mustafa to work 80,000 and court now the demand of 110,000. Say court not do wrong. Go. Say because of say this local bank people them. Then they get rules and regulation. Say when you borrow money from them, you go they pay them with interest, either 5%, 10% or 15%.